I was in Dubai recently, and during the Football World Cup, people were just sitting in front of a screen and watching the Football World Cup.
Sure.
And they had these sports zones, they would call it.
Sure.
When there is something to be said about watching sport with 100 people or 200 people, which is a very communal energy element.
Concert.
So sport right now for somebody like a streaming platform, how big is it in terms of revenue share? And then I'm going to go to Ajay and ask him, do you think there is a serious play for theaters in sport?
Yeah. Sports is very, very critical to our portfolio. Sports essentially is like it just creates top of the funnel, a very, very large top of the funnel. And that's the strategy you are doing. We've been doing it for a while now. I think we were the ones that started it, frankly.
But I'm trying to arrive at the number of, in this $2 billion in OTT, what is cricket's market share?
Earlier, it was a significant share of the subscription market because the last 3 years, we put it behind the paywall. And so if you had to watch the IPL or the World Cup, you had to pay to be a subscriber. We have 3-month plans that allow you to do that, for example. But now we're pivoting. Jio's kind of come in as well. So you have to look at it more from kind of maybe the ads revenue it drives, more than it will drive subscription revenue. Right. And that's the point I was making about it being a fantastic top of the funnel. People are just going to want to come because it's cricket. And so they get onto the platform in literally hundreds of millions in terms of numbers, right? Because it's free and it's cricket. And so they'll come and they'll spend the time. Now, after that, that's the work we've got to do, and our incredible content teams and tech teams have to do, and marketing teams have to do to make sure that some percent of those stay on the platform. See, what you don't want happening is that they just come for the cricket and that they all leave for the cricket. Look, the majority of them will leave. We get that. But you want a non-trivial percent of them to also say, hey, hold on, I didn't know that was available. Okay, I'd seen that, or a friend of mine had seen that in the theater, and now it's available here, or the TV show is here, and we have to make sure that discoverability and that consumption happens, really smartly.
Can I ask you a question around that? Sure. If we believe the paying audience in India for something like this, let's be very liberal and say 100 million people.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like really.
I think that's fair.
I'm stretching.
They pay, depending on what the price point is. They'd pay.
Yeah. If you were to buy into the school of psychology where people attribute value to price, like if you were to give me something for free, my mind would think it is not worth much. But if you were to package the same product and charge me 1,000 rupees for it, I would suddenly attribute value to it. And I also have a trigger point that I've paid once. So I will stick to the platform for longer. And if we arrive at this 100 million number and these guys have smartphones and access to that much money, would it make more sense for a platform to actually put everything behind a paywall and not have anything for free?
No, Nikhil, because you have to take into account substitution effect. See, the reality is that it's this is not exclusive on one platform.
Isn't cricket when you have the rights?
It's on television as well. The reality is the presumption that there would be high value attributed to it and we'd have a high number to it just doesn't hold because it's available somewhere else. Right? I mean, and so that will not work. If it was only on TV for that matter, or only on streaming, wait a minute. Then essentially you're making the market. It's for yours to do as you please. Right? And that is a whole different ballgame than as it works right now.
You say out of the 2 billion, cricket is what percentage? If you were to extrapolate?
I didn't say, but it'll be a significant...
50%?
I mean, it's like
50%
hard.
Okay.
But it's high.
Okay.
Let's be clear.
Ajay, movie theaters and cricket, what do you see going forward? Is there an opportunity for someone to build around that?
I think cinemas are meant to show movies only, but definitely there are peaks and valleys, and when cricket becomes exceedingly more important than movies as well. And the short form of cricket, I've noticed people don't get restless. Any sport, short form, whether it's football match, like we showed the World Cup as well. The moment it becomes long form, even a one-day match is long form. Then or if there's an exceptional match like India-Pakistan, then you can show. But I've noticed people start getting restless.
Is there room for integration between a Dream 11 and a PVR where you have live fantasy competition in a theater in that confined setting amongst people there?
Yeah, I mean, if the GST comes around, why not?
Like, can there be innovative things like that?
Of course, we have to.
If you're all agreed on the fact that the community nature of watching sport is invigorating and it's exciting for people to be in that environment, how can somebody tweak cricket and theatre together to make it more fun?
We've done that, Nikhil. So that's the closest thing. So basically, there is a stadium actually being there. Number one way of watching it, let's say all the facilities and comforts are there and going in and going out is easy.
But I think just because we all agree on that community, right? I think there's something there for theatres.
It's a next
use that community aspect with cricket.
It's the next thing to live. Than watching it at home.
Hi, I'm Nikhil Kamath. I'd love to know what you thought of the episode. Comment, like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.